What's going on, everyone? Dr. Frankie here, and it's Thursday. And I have an awesome topic to cover today. But before I jump in, I want to thank all of you who have subscribed to my channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love that I'm putting out content that you are benefiting from. And for those of you that are new to my channel, I'm a clinical psychologist, a board certified sex therapist, and the CEO of Little Gay Book and Little Black Book Matchmaking. So if you are out there and you are dating and you want to find quality person to spend time with, get on our website, learn more about matchmaking, fill out a free profile. We love to chat with you. You can chat live with us, someone on my team, about what matchmaking looks like, what it could look like for you, and so on. So please reach out, littlegaybook.com or littleblackbookmatchmaking.com. And I'm just going to jump into today's topic. And it's an exciting one and one that I get very often a question because all of my videos and my articles are based on questions that I receive from the community, folks out there like you that are curious and want some of their questions answered from a psychologist who is familiar with all different things related to relationships, dating, romance, sex, and so on. So today I am going to talk about everything you need to know about buying a dildo. Yeah, exciting, huh? I mean, we all should know about what to look for when buying a dildo, not to be afraid of going into a store and buying a dildo. Um, so you don't need to be penetrated to have sex. And if you are into penetration, it doesn't need to be with a phallus of any kind. Yet for many of us, it's what we prefer. Whether you call it a strap, a dick, or a dildo, whether it's part of a gender affirming sexual experience or not, whether you're using it for vaginal penetration, anal, pegging, or something else, many of us using a dildo during sex or masturbation, we find it hot, pleasurable, and fulfilling. It may even be our preferred or primary sex act. Curious about whether this could be you? There's never been a better time to find out in today's market. There's a wide range of different options for sexy, accessible, and even affordable dildos. I'm going to share where it is you should start. Do you want to use this in a harness, outside of one, or both? When you imagine using your dildo, your ideal dildo, what's happening in the scene? Are you holding it in your hands as you masturbate? Are you having sex with a partner in missionary? Securing the dildo to a floor or wall for someone to use hands-free? Thinking about how you want to use your new toy helps you understand what characteristics and features you want and you actually need to have. What if you want to use your dildo as a strap-on with any kind of harness, either worn by yourself or by a partner? It's important that the dildo have some kind of wide base so it can remain stable inside the harness, like the Acute from Tantus or the Ammer. Some dildo bases can also double as a suction cup, which allows you to secure them to the floor, window, shower door, or other smooth surface like the Kendall. And all of these products, you can find details about them in the notes. So definitely check those out. Some dildos aren't harness compatible, but are still a great option if you're planning to use the toy with your hands. This includes dildos designed primarily for handling like the Tantus G-Force and any glass or stainless steel dildos, which can have a really pleasing sensation and weight, as well as being ideal for temperature play. Do you want to use your dildo for vaginal penetration, anal penetration, or both? When you think about yourself or a partner interacting with a dildo, how is it being used? Many dildos are multi-purpose, but especially if you're looking forward to anal play, some might have an advantage over others. Dildos intended mostly for vaginal play can be a variety of lengths, girths, textures, an average size that works for many people, or many might be something like 6 inches in length and about 1.5 inches in girth. Like New York toy collective Shiloh, dual density dildos are also popular for vaginal play, offering a fairly realistic sensation. The Mustang is a popular example as well. Alternatively, for anal play, people often find a firmer texture and more rigid dildo is really helpful, like the Tantus Compact. You may also want a dildo that's slightly smaller in length and girth, and you're having sex with someone with a prostate, and upward curve can feel great, like you see in the Tantus Silk or the Sport. What do you like for length and girth? Geez, so many questions, right? Lots of things to consider. The size, both length and girth, of a dildo is an incredibly personal decision. For some people, a little goes a long way. For others, they crave a feeling of fullness. For the former group, something approachable like the Temptasia twist or gender fluid enthrall might be a good fit with a girth topping out around 1 inch and an insertable length of about 5 inches. On the other end of the spectrum, for people looking to go big or go home, the Vixen Buck is a great option for someone looking for a lot of girth, and the Tantus General has a lot to offer in terms of both length and girth. If you're using a dildo to have sex with a range of other partners or want to go to that's or want to go to that's a good option no matter who you have sex with in the future, it may be best to invest in something sort of middle of the road in terms of length, girth, and density. I recommend both the pleasure work siren and the fun factory magnum as general purpose dildo options, with the magnum being a little firmer than the siren. Is it important that your dildo be realistic? For some people, the ideal dildo is one that looks like it could be a part of your body. For others, they'd prefer it to be clearly visually different than a human penis. When it comes to a realistic dildo, the Vixen line is very, very popular, as is the Tantus Mark. The New York toy collective Shiloh is a pack and play toy, flexible enough that it can be worn throughout the day under your clothes as a packer, while also being firm enough to use for play. The world of unrealistic dildos is full of intriguing shapes, colors, and sensations. Toys like the Pixie offer beautiful colorways, and Blush Avant line offers a range of shapes for different kinds of stimulation, like the Sun's Out and Opal Dreams. Tantus's Flurry and Kush offer a lot of girth and fullness, along with a beautiful pastel colorway and dual density texture. Non-realistic dildos can also offer a range of full textures and sensations with ridges and patterns that you don't see in more realistic dildos, like the Charmer or the Tsunami. Do you want your dildo to vibrate or include other bells or whistles? Not all dildos are created equal. If penetration is the main event for you, maybe you'd like to make it even better with a vibrating insertable toy like the Lennox or the Lux. If you like having strap-on sex with a harness, but wish it was even more enjoyable and intimate for both parties, you may be interested in a double-ended or strapless dildo, like the the Tantus strapless, or the Strap-on Me. And if all of the above sounds really good for you, something like the Happy Rabbit vibrating strapless may make all your wildest dreams come true. Designed so couples can experience mutual and varied stimulation. Wow, that was a lot, right? So definitely read my notes, and there's so many options out there for dildos. And don't be afraid to walk into a shop and ask the questions. You know, these folks that work in sex shops, they have so much knowledge. Don't be afraid to ask them. And when you get in there, you'll realize they're really comfortable. Nothing no question is going to make them uncomfortable because they've heard it all. Like me, right? Like I've been in the industry working as a therapist, a psychologist for years. So I've pretty much heard it all. And they're pretty similar. They're exposed to a lot of questions related to sex and use and so on. So get on there, read about it in my notes below, click on all the links. And if you know somebody that really could benefit, share it. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your week and take good care. See y'all later. Bye.